no limit. Let's charge together. Hold out!
Yokoso, and welcome to today's episode of Reminisce and Review, where I walk you down the lane of my memories of my stuff. I'm your host, EK, which is short for Epsilon Chi, and I'm looking at the RG Freedom Gundam. Hooray! Some context is due for those that do not understand. A majority of pre-RG Unicorn kits were infamously known for instability, shedding worse than a cat, and aging like a McDonald's hamburger patty. Horrifically well. More on that last part later. RG Freedom here will always be, until a 2.0 becomes available, a terrible kit to have if you want to do cool things with it. I am just a humble collector of sorts, so I will get whatever seems the coolest. While this kit looks cool, its other aspects really weigh down its shelf presence. Before the review starts, I want to say that this won't be my usual review, where I have all the kit's accessories displayed, as most of them are just hands and two beam parts. It keeps this video short and keeps my sanity more intact. Back 7-8 years ago, when I got this kit, I really loved it. I loved it more so for the looks, since I never really had a master grade until a year later, which would be the master grade Shinanju. I did have a few gripes handling the kit. It couldn't stand up due to the heaviness of the backpack, and after doing a few basic poses, like the famous seed strike, the L strike pose, or just basic cool shots with the beam rifle, the arm would just droop. It wouldn't become loose, though. Obviously, early RG exclusive posable, with quotation marks, hands were not favored, and I was near that ballpark of an opinion as well. About a year later, I noticed that this thing had puffed up its chest like it's starting beef with my other kits. I assumed it became like that because of the backpack. So I put a stand for his, and more importantly, my sake. I have the box here, and I want to show you how cool this guy looked on the shelf. Imagine you're walking down a hobby store and you want to start building Gunpla, and you see this dude with all his winged glory. Naturally, you get it, build it, and display it. A month goes by and you want to get into different poses because you got an idea to give more personality to it. The moment your ass starts touching it, it splits itself in half like Dozo Satoru from JJK. Better yet, its wings start falling off from its connection points. No? Not enough problems? How about the fact that his hands cannot hold his beam rifle? It just becomes flaccid when you choose a gun pose. I give it where credit is due. If you're using a beam saber, it's actually fine, as it's light enough. And even if the wrist starts to droop, it makes it have that angled look, so it actually does make him look a little more baller. Before I show you the articulation of this fraud, I will remove his backpack for my sanity. But I will mention that the peg that the backpack has is the same connection point to the MG seed kits. If this kit was as good as them, then I would be singing tunes. Alright, now that his gun is off and all the accessories are off, I'm going to take this off. This thing. As you can see here, it stands perfectly fine. Granted, that's one thing you're going to have to expect, that the beam sabers do not like sticking attachments. Let's take a look here. He has a really nice double elbow band. Very cool. Got some decent shoulder motion up and down, spinning a bit. foot bend. Just straighten it out. Try ankle pivot's okay. For some reason, I have more action towards the outside. Whatever. Ankle guard can move. Leg can move. Together. Space. Down. The wings. Wings. Yeah. Hold back action. And then we create a pose. It's a little bit finicky, but exploring. It is doable, but just how you move the part, always gonna squish the pieces together. You see me do those button bits, the button, rotating bits, I guess. They're, depending on how you set it up, the totally is falling back in place. Alright, so remember when I said that this thing has aged like a McDonald's hamburger patty horrifically well? I say that because the joints aren't loose nor floppy. It just stays in place until you choose to do something with one or two of its accessories. Same goes with the wings on its back. It simply just cannot hold the plastic that's on its person. It just can't do that. It refuses. Okay? If you leave him without any accessories, he poses just fine. Kinda like a hamburger from McDonald's. It looks good from a distance, but the more you get closer and you try looking at it, it's gross. It doesn't look good. You kind of want to step away, and it's kind of like this with the RG Freedom. It's like the more you touch it, the more you try to do something cool with it, the more you kind of just want to let it go, cool off, and try doing something with it once you have a bit more of a cool head. That's my issue with the RG Freedom. As years go by, I have amassed a greater accumulation of not only real grades, master grades, but other Gundams. I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, that this guy sucks at being a cool mech. Doing this review is painful to my psyche due to how much this plastic paperweight hates me. And this isn't just a skill issue on my end. A buddy of mine built the RG Destiny Gundam, and he said this to me.
I am not building another RG Gundam dog.
It tore me apart. I never saw these early RG kits the same since then. But I still love the RG Freedom Gundam. I love from the mechanical detail. I love the color separation. I love looking at it on my shelf and saying, hell yeah. Now that's a Gundam in real life. I just can't say the same handling it. It's miserable. Honestly, my recommendation would probably just get the high grade Freedom. And if you like See Destiny, pose them with the Force Impulse, and that way you get a cool diorama. But if you are going to get this kit, I just encourage you, no. I am asking you to buy it with a stand, simply because this guy cannot stand by himself. He needs it really badly. But that's all I'm here to say. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe if you like the content anyway. Check me out on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next episode.